Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here right now with Coach Bailey. Coach, what are three keys to the game?
The keys will be share the basketball, like always, make the extra pass, make the sure and simple play. We don't have to make a home run play, and guard, 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 guard.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck.
So far so good, but the game is long.
Before you begin tonight's stand, we'll ask you to go in and remove your hats and enjoy the St. Patrick High School band as they play our national anthem.
Patrick Shamrock starting lineup. The first is Lights Out Lawrence Merritt. Number 24. Number 20. Must have been a technical. Coach Bailey does not look pleased over there on the bench. Yesterday I interviewed him and I asked him what his nickname should be, and he said Yoda. And Yoda does not look very pleased with the play of the Shamrocks thus far. And now it will be Taft basketball. The inbounder will be guarded by X as the ball is to Isaiah Sanders. Lawrence playing tight D on him. That pass just over the hands of Xavier. Rebounded there. Number 23. That's Stefan Dominic, who gets it inside. And he'll have an offensive foul charge down to him. Taft looks like they're bringing some pressure here. Inside of half court, let's see if the Shamrocks can beat the press. And Jeremiah's got the ball, flips it back to Alton, who gives it to Xavier. Xavier using some of his handles to get past half court, and he'll drive right in but lose the ball. And it'll come back to Taft. And they'll flip it inside, but he'll turn it over out of bounds. Number 24, that's Abdullah Ahmad. He could not get a handle on the ball. Alton inbounds. Lawrence with it to Xavier. Xavier inside, flips it up top to Alton. Bakes a three, puts up a floater, but they'll call it travel on him as well. Lawrence playing tight defense on him now. Flips it over to number 32. That's Gago, guarded tightly by Jeremiah Jones. Inside, no charge, no foul at all, and they'll give him the basket. Coach Bailey's the type of coach who loves it when their players take charges. Alton tried that time, but he couldn't get it to go. Lawrence fouled there by number 23, Stefan Domik. And it'll be Shamrock's turn to inbound. Lawrence Merritt at the line. Lawrence goes through his routine, shoots, and schmack. First free throw good. Lawrence at the line now, known primarily for his three-point shooting ability. And his second free throw is also wet. That ties the game at 4 as Ayo Ajayi and Max Chofi come in for Jeremiah and Alton, along with Keyshawn in for Jalen. Lights out Lawrence. Free throw. That's 3 free throws that give the Shamrocks a 5-4 lead. Taft trying to run the floor quickly. Ayo can't get a handle on it. Rebound goes to Taft. Chofi on the floor trying for it. Couldn't get it. It'll stay with Taft. Inbounding the ball will be number 3 for Taft, Chris Garcia. Looking for Isaiah Sanders. He's got him. Sanders will dribble in uncontested and make a layup. Taft retakes a 6-4 lead as Xavier's going to try to slow things down and put up some points. And he gets the paint floater up off the backboard and in. Xavier Pinson giving the Shamrocks a 7-6 lead. Taft just makes it over half court. Driving into a busy paint. Trophy gets a hand on the pass, but he can't do anything to it. Ayo with a big block. And Trophy comes from behind and fouls number 24, Abdullah Ahmad. And the Shamrock ball. To Xavier. Xavier with the ball. Showing off some of his handles. Gets past him quickly over to Lawrence. Lawrence trying to get it to Keyshawn. Can't do it. Backs it out and tries again. Behind the back move gets him in the paint. Passes it over to Trophy, who gets blocked. As Xavier picked off a pass, but it went off his leg and out of bounds. A lot of sloppy offense here so far for both teams, but the score is only 7-6. And it'll be Shamrock ball now. Keyshawn will inbound. He had Lawrence in the corner, couldn't get it out. And they'll call a moving pick while they were trying to isolate Lawrence. Back to Taft's ball. And Taft will get a sub in. And it's number 54, Julio Garcia. He's a senior. Isaiah Sanders has it now. Baseball pass over to number 24, Ahmad. Back to Sanders. Can't get it to go. Lawrence gets the rebound on the break. Takes a layup. And no good, but Trophy gets the rebound. Puts it up and in. The chauffeur cleaning up and putting it in. You can hear the stud section chanting Trophy's name after that great offensive play. Rebound just slipped out of the hands of Ayo Ajayi, and it'll remain a Taft ball. Ayo has an interesting story. From what I've heard, he was born in Africa, moved to Canada at a young age, and came here from Canada to play basketball at St. Pat's. Three is no good. Rebound by Lawrence. He gets hit, no call on anything. Isaiah Sanders stops and pops a mid-range jumper. Keyshawn with the ball now. Does a little crossover, gets it into the paint, finds Ayo down low, and he gets fouled. He'll be going to the line. Ayo is one of the tallest players on our team this season. He's a senior. He's a forward. Not a center, just a forward, and he plays basketball standing at the height of 6'6". He is the second tallest Shamrock behind junior center Eric Liss. A lot of other tall kids on the team is we have Frankie Mott at 6'5", Alton Thompson at 6'4", John Mulcrone also at 6'4", Jeremiah Jones at 6'5", Max Trophy at 6'4". We got a lot of height on this year's team, which is something we've been not familiar with seeing in the past. Max Trophy did not tip the ball, and it'll be Shamrock ball. Another turnover for Taft High School. Lawrence with the ball. He'll be taking it up. They give it to X. X is working on Ahmad. Gets past half court easy and past him again. In and out move, takes a mid-range jumper, no good. It was hit coming down, but it must have not affected the shot that much. Ayo swats that one. And X is running the break now. He's in. Over to Keyshawn for three. Schmack! The bullet gets it to go, and the Shamrocks extend their lead. Looks like more players are lining up to come on in. But this team is gelling very well. A 3 for Taft is no good. Rebound by Max. Max feeds it to Lawrence. Lawrence goes in, but takes a floater, gets it to go. Shamrocks are really gelling on offense now. And Lawrence smacks that one out of bounds. Looks like Jeremiah, Jalen, Alton are all coming in, along with Marcus Wright. He's a sophomore playing in his second season of varsity basketball. It'll be Xavier, Marcus, Jalen, Alton, and Jeremiah Jones. I remember last season Jeremiah Jones was recovering from ACL surgery. And I talked to him as I expected him to be on the court this year. I asked him what he wanted his nickname to be, and he told me the Machine. So let's see if the Machine can get something going for the Shamrocks right now. A 3 is smacked by Taft as the St. Patrick Shamrocks get the ball and are running the court. X finds himself wide open, lobs it up, no good, but the rebound comes back to Marcus. He'll give it to Jalen, takes a layup, and is fouled coming up. He'll be going to the line. Jalen hits his first free throw. This is the second, as Taft will be running the court now. The Shamrocks currently lead by the score of 17-11. With a lot of contribution all around the court. Xavier with the ball now, gets it past half court and into the lane. He'll find Jalen in the corner, takes a mid-range jumper, no good, but Jeremiah scoops up the rebound. The Machine kicks it out to Xavier Pinsent for 3, and he's smooth in everything he does. Axel tack on 3 more. As Taft runs down the court and Ahmad gets a 2-point basket to go. It'll be Shamrock ball again. X has a lot of arc on his shot, which is something you don't see very much of. Guys like Jalen and Lawrence tend to shoot more of a line drive type of shot, where Keyshawn and Xavier. As Alton Thompson dunks on two Taft Eagles, but really Alton's the Eagle as he's soaring like one right now. Shamrock running the break again. They got Xavier Pinson up there, and he'll jam it up there. Shamrocks take on 2 dunks in about a minute. Taft gets a basket to go, but this crowd is still electric after the dunk by Alton Thompson. This is something we haven't seen in years prior. And that's the type of thing that can get people coming out to the games and really making a lot of noise. I wouldn't want to guard a guy like Alton. As they get it inside, Jalen, no good, gets his own rebound, tosses it to Jeremiah, who gets it to go, and the foul. Jeremiah the Machine Jones will be at the line now. As I was saying a little bit earlier, before that massive dunk by Alton, Keyshawn and Xavier tend to have a lot of arc on their shots. Into the corner, Garcia for 3, no good. Rebound by Marcus. And that'll be the end of the first quarter, as the Shamrocks lead 26-6. My apologies for saying 11 earlier. We had a little bit of a difficulty finding out the score, but it's 26-6, Shamrock lead. Now on the court, you can currently see our cheerleaders who, with the dance team, add a new element to the St. Patrick High School program for basketball, and it really makes it a fun time for anybody to come to a game. After the first quarter, the Shamrocks lead 26-6 as they hold a 20-point lead behind Xavier Pinsent, Lawrence Merritt, and Alton Thompson, putting up a lot of points. Inside that huddle, I'm sure Coach is still not too pleased with the offensive turnovers early, but I think he's also talking about how the defense has been spectacular, holding a pretty good offensive Taft team to only 6 points in the first quarter. The second quarter of action will begin shortly, as I'm sure you guys are still hungry for more dunks. We'll see if we can get some. I think we have Alton's nickname figured out. After he took flight over 2 Taft defenders, I think it's only fitting to call him Air Alton. It'll be Lawrence, Keyshawn, Marcus, Max, and Io in the game to start the second. Marcus playing defense now on Sanders. Marcus is sure an athletic kid, starting in football, basketball, and baseball at the varsity level. And Shamrock's playing some tight defense now. Taft comes right back in. Euro step, kicks it into the corner, and they'll get the layup to go. Max gives it to Marcus to send it back St. Patrick's way. Over to Max. Max takes a long three-pointer off the mark. Sanders with the rebound, and he'll head back. And that is off the glass and in. Lawrence dribbles it over to Marcus. Marcus in the corner. Gives it to Keyshawn. Keyshawn dribbles it in the paint. Gives it to Lawrence, dribbling down the baseline. Kicks it back over to Max. We'll take another three. And the chauffeur can't get this one to go either. Taft ball. They had to wait for Sanders to get over the line to pass it to him. Garcia coming down the baseline. Extra pass for three. Ahmad is no good. Lawrence will get a rebound. For the smallest kid on the court, he's really getting a lot of rebounds. And he'll miss a mid-range jumper. Io picks it up and puts it in. Shamrocks, 28-8. Lawrence and Xavier, for our top two guards, really put a lot of moves on defenders. Two guys that would be very tricky to guard. Taft basketball after a foul by Marcus. Isaiah Sanders is really a main part of Taft's offense. They've been trying to get him the ball a lot. Into the corner, dribbles down the baseline. And Max Chofie takes a charge. Look at that Shamrock bench standing up and clapping for the chauffeur. It'll be Marcus Wright taking up the ball. In on the side. Shot fake by Keyshawn over to Max. They'll get it inside to Io. Puts up a reverse layup that gets swatted away. That was almost a travel, I believe, as Isaiah Sanders has it in. Tries to get it down low to Gaio, and he can, but he walks before doing anything else with the ball. Shamrocks will take over. And Xavier Pinsent will come in for Marcus Wright, along with a couple of other substitutions. Kicks it over to Lawrence, dribbles it into the paint, feeds it to Io, who gets the layup to go. Shamrocks have put up 30 points thus far. And that gets tipped away by Lawrence, but he can't pick it up, as Taft doesn't have much time to get it over the line. And there it is, 8-second violation, Shamrock ball. Alton Thompson comes in for Max Trophy, and Jeremiah Jones comes in for Ayo Ajayi. And Keyshawn takes a seat on the bench as Jalen Nelson enters the game. Taft High School forced to take a timeout as the Shamrocks have held them to just 2 points since trailing 6-4. And they've put up 24 since that time. You guys can also hear the band behind my voice, and they also add an element unique to St. Pat's basketball. Led by Mr. Austin O'Brien, they are truly a main impact in our basketball games. Along with the dance team, cheerleading squad, band, we also have our infamous stunt section. Lawrence with the merit, and he kicks it in the corner. Jalen dribbles it in, and he gets fouled. The SS Jalen will be at the line now. And for those of you curious, the SS stands for sharpshooter. And the first free throw is good. There is a reason, ladies and gentlemen, why we call him sharpshooter. Jalen with his second free throw. It is up and good. Off the mark. As Taft and Isaiah Sanders get a quick layup to go. And that brings the game within 10 as it is 31-21. My apologies for the score confusion today. We're working with only one camera. But the score now is 31-21. Lawrence with the steal. Over in the corner to Xavier Pinson, who takes a three, no good. Jalen can't grab the rebound, and it'll come back. Taft basketball. Sanders kicks it in the corner, number 30. Lawrence steals it, but he can't get a hand on it. He gets pushed from behind by number 30, that being Chris Tom, and it will be Shamrock ball. And Taft is now fouled so many times that they are in the bonus. As Lawrence, one of our best shooters, will be at the line. St. Pat's wearing their white jerseys with the green stripe down the side. Green numbers with gold lining. A lot of the players have white or green shoes along with some sort of green pair of socks. Lawrence has a single white legging on his right leg, as Jeremiah has two, one on each. Lawrence gets the second free throw to go as he hits them both. 33-21 Shamrocks. And they're not going to call a travel on that play. Alton playing defense now. Jumper is off the mark, and Alton will take the rebound. And on the fast break, he gets it to Lawrence, who gets the layup to go. 35-21. It's a football score now. And Xavier taps that one away, but can't keep a hand on it. And it'll be, after a little skirmish, Taft gets the ball back over to Sanders, who takes a three, but Jalen, with the rebound, kicks it back down. Alton, driving down the baseline, kicks it on top to Xavier, passes it in the corner to Lawrence for three, no good. Alton will get the rebound, but his foot was on the line, so it'll be out of bounds in Taft basketball. They'll get it into Garcia, number 3, and he'll get it over to Ahmad. They're trying to get the ball to Sanders, and Sanders has it now. Working on Lawrence Merritt, one of our best defenders. And he really has a good defensive stance as he stands very low to the ground. Kicks it out to Garcia for three, no good. Sanders gets his own rebound, dribbles it in, takes a floater, that's off the mark. Jeremiah with the rebound now, flips it over to Xavier, who will take it back up the court. Find a wide open area, give it to Lawrence. Over to Jalen on top. Jalen will drive in, take a little mid-range, no good. Tries to get his own rebound, but Sanders knocks it out of bounds. Jalen and Alton will be checked. Two guys with the most minutes, I have to say, are Lawrence and Xavier. They've only checked out once each. Xavier holds the ball on top when the whistle blows. And they'll be heading to the line for two. It'll be lights out Lawrence Merritt taking our two shots. Two shots for Lawrence Merritt. First one is up and rims out. Lawrence takes his second shot, and of course that one is right in there. Lights out Lawrence, hits another free throw. And they'll call a foul there, I believe, on Lawrence Merritt. And Marcus will check in for him. Lawrence is not happy that he's coming out of the game. And I'm sure Coach Bailey would much rather him be in there. And Isaiah Sanders misses. Io gets the rebound and kicks it over to Xavier Pinson, who gets past easily, but travels. He's so shifty, he couldn't even keep track of his own feet in that possession. Xavier gets crossed up just a little bit as Garcia tries to find the open man. He finds number 21, that's Ryan McFeely, gives it over to Sanders. Io absolutely manhandles Sanders as he goes up, but the refs call a foul. Coach Bailey said in an interview yesterday that unlike many other coaches, he tries to help the referees out a little bit, and he's doing that right now. Sanders hits that one, kisses his finger and points to the St. Patrick stud section as Jeremiah checks into the game for Io Ajayi. Sanders, good again. Definitely Taft's leading scorer and minutes played. Xavier Pinson turns his back to Sanders. Flips it over to Marcus Wright, who gets fouled, reach-in foul by Sanders. Marcus Wright will be at the line for two. Marcus hits again. And Marcus hits two free throws. Marcus is a player who plays with pure athleticism. As Xavier gets gets a steal, and on the break, heads right down, but he got fouled. There's just under 2 minutes left in the first half, and it is 38-23. Shamrock lead, 15 points. Xavier tries to tack on. X takes the first free throw, and that is good. 39. And he'll miss the second one. Trophy can't grab the rebound, and it'll come back for the Eagles. Sanders running around the baseline. He'll try to... And backcourt violation. Shamrock ball. Keyshawn fakes the long pass to Jeremiah and gets it to X. Slows things down a bit. Spin move. Trophy's attacking Sanders with screens as they flip it into Marcus Wright with an up and down layup that is good. 41-23. Sanders takes a floater off the mark. Trophy with the rebound. And he'll find Xavier. Passes it in the corner to Keyshawn. In and out step, gives it to X, who takes a three that's off the mark, gets his own rebound, flips it on top to Keyshawn. The bullet for three. Schmack! Keyshawn is now hit on his last three-point field goal attempts. And he's really feeling it from behind the arc as the Shamrocks take a 44-23 lead. And Taft is forced to call a timeout as we approach a minute left in the first half of play. For those of you following the game on Twitter at SPHS Webcast, tweet us your best idea for a nickname, as we are looking for nicknames for Ayo Ajayi, along with Xavier Pinsent. And if you have any other nicknames for a player that we have not seen on the floor yet, you could give us those as well. And we're back from the timeout. Taft basketball now. Abdullah will be inbounding it. Abdullah Ahmad inbounds, trying to get the ball to Sanders, and he'll do just that. Ahmad gets it over, however, inside to their big man, number 54, Garcia, and he'll get it to go. X Pinson dribbles the ball up now. Jeremiah in the corner, showing some of his dribble moves. As X throws an acrobatic layup up there, can't get it to go, as Jeremiah misses on the putback attempt. Taft will be at the line for 2 free throws now. Alton Thompson and Jalen Nelson will check into the game for Max Trophy and Marcus Wright. You can hear Coach Bailey getting vocal now as he is pacing the floor that stands right in front of the St. Pat's bench. Taft's free throw is off the mark. Alton snags an acrobatic rebound as Xavier will head down the court and flip it over to Jalen Nelson on top. St. Pat's in these situations usually like to hold for the last shot. Pinson with the ball. Flips it over to Keyshawn. Gives it to Jalen Alton in the corner. Back to Jalen. He'll take a shot. No good at the buzzer. Alton falls over Jalen after he hit the floor hard. At halftime, the Shamrocks lead 44-25. And we'll be right back with you for the second half of action after a quick break. Once again, Shamrocks 25. Shamrocks, 44. Taft Eagle.
It's been a hot night. We have 42 hours in the clock tonight. If you have a red ticket, we're just And I'll come in right back to you guys. How's that, all right? Number 35, Adam Thompson, this second team first. The line for the Eagles, Stephen Nolan shoots. Back in the game of the Shamrocks, number 31, Iowa Jackie.
St. Pat's calls a timeout here as we are back. For those of you who just tuned in, you missed a couple of spectacular dunks from Alton Thompson. as the Shamrocks now lead 50-35. Coach Bailey talked about in his interview yesterday with me, he said, one of the biggest things we're looking for on this team is leadership. Because in years prior, we've had Sean Eck and Nick Coleman, just to name a few. And this year, we have a lot of guys that have just been around that there isn't as one leader that's just above and beyond everybody else. But I think, in my opinion, if I were to find one that is, I believe it's Lawrence. This team feeds off of the way Lawrence plays, and especially when he gets his shot going, this team is dangerous. And they all feed off of the momentum he creates. I think he's the heart and soul of this Shamrock team. X will get the ball now as Taft comes up for some pressure as they lob it over to Lawrence. Kicks it right back to X, and they'll get over half court. He flips it inside to Io, kicks it back out to Lawrence. Lights out Lawrence for three, no good. It'll come back with Taft with number 23. Stefan Domick kicks it to Sanders. Sanders dribble move inside, kicks it out. Ahmad takes it in, can't get it to go, but Sanders gets the layup and flips it in. And the basket did not count. It'll be Shamrock ball. For a Saturday afternoon game against Taft High School, this stud section is really representing. It's a sign of improvement from years past, and I hope they keep it up. Our next home game will be the 9th against Nazareth, our first conference game of the season. But unfortunately, we will not be able to broadcast that one. Our next broadcast will be December 13th. Our next broadcast will be December 13th as we face St. Francis. Game time start at 7 p.m. Xavier takes a floater and no good, but he gets fouled, so he'll head to the line. X takes his time and shoots, gets the first free throw to go. Xavier shoots and puts that one really close, but it rebounds out as number 32, Gago, gives it to Sanders as they head back up the court. Sanders takes a shot, no good. Lawrence tries to get the rebound, can't do it. It'll stay with Taft as number 21 gets an easy layup. Ryan McFeely gets it to go. Lawrence with the ball over to Pinson. Pinson flips it over to Jeremiah into the corner for Alton, who gives it back on top to Xavier. Inside to Jeremiah, gets the layup to go. The machine, showing why he's the machine. He easily put that layup in. And that one for three from Taft rims out as Lawrence gets the rebound and heads down the floor. Over to Alton, and he'll yam that one, but can't get it to go. Lawrence tried the old alley-oop, but Alton could not finish it. And Taft comes right back down and scores. And that'll be a foul on Taft, as the Shamrocks' lead is now only 14, as they lead 53-39. Xavier with it now. Over to Lawrence. Jalen tries to dribble in but gets fouled. Looks like he's holding his hand a little bit. This is a team, this specific lineup is one that we've been more familiar to seeing. A traditional St. Pat's four guards in a big or 5-guard type of lineup. As it's Xavier, Lawrence, Jalen, Keyshawn, and Jeremiah. Lawrence gets a rebound, kicks it to Jalen for 3. No good, but Jeremiah snags another one. Snags another couple rebounds, but can't get his layup to go. Lawrence tries to tap that one away, but he fouls trying to reach in for it. He just tapped the ball away, but collided with another number 24, that being Ahmad. Marcus Wright checks in for him because Lawrence now has 3 fouls. And number 21, McFeely, gets an easy basket to go. Xavier Pinson flips it on over to Marcus, inside to Jalen. Over to Keyshawn, to Xavier. Flips it back down to Jalen for 3. No good. Jeremiah almost stole that ball from Sanders once he received the rebound, but couldn't do it. As Marcus fouls Sanders now. That's Marcus's second. Garcia flips it over to Sanders, who has it now. And Jalen unable to keep it in, and it'll stay with Taft. Number 24, Ahmad couldn't get that to go as Gago got it and put it in. Jeremiah unable to swat that one. Pinson with the ball now. Taft's side of the stadium is starting to get into it. As Jeremiah power dribbles up, layup, left hand, no good. And Sanders keeps the ball in play and lays it up, no good. Jeremiah got down the floor quickly and snagged that rebound. Xavier with a little stutter step got him some space. Marcus dribbles back, trying to reset the offense, gives it to Keyshawn on top. Flips it over to Lawrence on the side. Xavier with it now, back on top to Jalen. Jalen on the wing to Keyshawn, who dribbles right in. Left-handed layup off the glass and no good, but the tip-in is good from Jeremiah Jones. The machine is just collecting rebounds and a lot of second chance points, which is something our team benefits off so much. Riley. During this timeout, I'm sure Coach is just saying, keep doing what we've been doing. Keep guarding tightly, keep sharing the ball, and keep running the floor. This team is putting up a lot of points today as there are well over 50. And we're still only in the third quarter. Riley. Riley. Marcus playing defense now. Shamrocks lead 55-43. They hold that 12-point lead here in the third. Sanders dribbles in and gets another floater to go, as the deficit is only 10 for Taft, 55-45. Jeremiah has it now. Over to X, into the corner for three. Keyshawn gets it to go. Schmack at the buzzer. At the end of 3, the Shamrocks lead it 58-45. And now on the floor, all you can see is the cheerleaders. As we've mentioned before, they and the dance team, along with the band and the stud section, provide a little bit more than just a basketball game for anybody who comes to St. Pat's to enjoy this atmosphere. I'd like to give a thank you to any of you who are listening, especially my mother, my father, and my grandmother today. In other news, right before this game, our sophomores were able to defeat the Eagles from Taft. And so the Shamrocks look like they're going for a Saturday sweep here today. It'll be Lawrence, Jalen, Keyshawn, Jeremiah, and Xavier to start this fourth quarter. Lawrence playing defense on Sanders now. X was a little late coming off the screen, but didn't matter because he missed. But McFeely mops it up and puts it in. Jeremiah dribbles it in, kicks it out to Keyshawn for 3. No good. Garcia with the rebound gives it to Sanders. Sanders missed the shot and Keyshawn got the rebound, and they're heading up the floor now. He drives in, gets called for a block, as did McFeely, and Keyshawn will be heading to the line for 2 shots. Keyshawn's free throw is up and good. The bullet knocks one down. Max Chofie will come in now for the machine, Jeremiah Jones. Couldn't get that second one to go. Shamrocks now total 59 points. Ahmad takes a 3 and knocks that one down. And the lead is 11, 59-48. Shamrocks feed it down to Jalen, takes it in the lane, and gets it to go, and the foul. Jalen looks a little bit banged up as his hand looks like it's injured. But he's going to have to take this shot. For Taft, number 23, Stefan Dominic comes in for Garcia. Jalen's free throw is up and short. Max Chofie this year looks to be trying to play the type of role that John Hamilton played last year, as Xavier steals the ball and tries to put a nifty move on McFeely, but can't do it because he got fouled. Xavier Pinson will be heading to the line now. And Garcia checks back in for Domick. The Shamrocks now lead 61-49. As Garcia puts up a mid-range shot, no good. Lawrence tries to get the rebound, can't get it. And Garcia will get a layup to go. 61-51. The lead is now only 10 for the Shamrocks. Keyshawn found an open space, takes a floater, and gets it to go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we call him the Bullet. He shoots right through into the open spaces and knocks down shots. And there will be an offensive foul on Taft, number 21, McFeely. And it'll be Shamrock ball. Pinson dribbling up the floor, kicks it over to Lawrence, who gives it back to Xavier. Now that they're over half court, he'll flip it back to Lawrence. At the volleyball line, he gives it over to Jalen. Inside to Chofie, takes a mid-range jumper and gets it to go. 63-51, Shamrocks. And it's a charge. Jalen takes the charge, and the Shamrocks will have the ball heading back the other way. Jalen seems to be in a lot of discomfort holding his hand. He just shook it and flexed it out a couple of times. As Ahmad taps the ball away from Xavier Pinson, but it'll stay with the Shamrocks. Into Jalen. Back to Lawrence. They're coming up the floor now. Pinson flips it over to Lawrence, and they'll get it over. Crossover. Behind the back move inside. Flips it down low. Keyshawn for three. No good, but Max grabs the rebound. Gives it to Jalen. Flips it to Xavier into the corner for Keyshawn again, and he can't get that either. But Max was able to get the rebound, and as soon as it got hit away, they got fouled. That was a lot of hard work for Max, gathering 2 rebounds on that possession and almost a third. That led to the foul that'll put him on the line. Max seems to be taking over the role that John Hamilton played last year. A gritty type of player who can knock down the shots when you need it to, but he's mostly in there to grab some rebounds and open looks up for someone else. A very unselfish role on a team. And Max will be at the line. And it looks like a technical was called on Taft. And Lawrence Merritt will be taking our shots. Excuse me, it'll be Max Chofie. Lawrence was at the line, but Max still is entitled to the shots from the three-point play he tried just a few moments ago, as he misses the first. All alone, Max takes the second and misses that as well. Now Lawrence gets his opportunities for the technical shots. The first two were from the foul that put them in the bonus, and now these two are from the technical. Lawrence knocks the first one down. And the second one is up and good for number 24, lights out Lawrence Merritt. Now it'll be Shamrock ball as they lead 65-51. Inbounds it to X. X will dribble it up now. Flips it over to Lawrence, who gets rid of it quickly to Keyshawn, who flips it into some trouble as Gago can't keep a hold of it, and Max Chofie knocks it out of bounds. It'll be tapped ball, but not before a turnover from Keyshawn. And Lawrence takes away the inbounds pass and flips it up to X, who one-handed acrobatically puts up a layup that's no good. It'll be Taft ball as they trail by 16. Shamrocks lead at 67-51. And they try to flip it in to McFeely. Can't keep it in bounds. It'll be Shamrock ball heading back. Alton Thompson checks in now. And it'll be Alton, Max, Keyshawn, Xavier, and Lawrence. Keyshawn gives it to Alton. He gives it back to Keyshawn in the corner for three. No good. Max barely missed out on getting an offensive rebound, but instead they call him for a foul. Ahmad takes it up the floor. That one was stolen, but they'll call a foul on Keyshawn for a reach. And Taft inbounds it now. It'll be Ahmad with the ball, gives it to Sanders. Sanders fakes a shot, gives it over to number 32, that's Gago. Lawrence flips it away, was running for the fast break and left his man wide open as Sanders smacks a three. Shamrocks lead 67-54 now as they get it in to Keyshawn, who travels. Shamrock's lead is only 13 as we are closing in the fourth quarter. Lawrence guarding Sanders. Shovels a little bounce pass and airballs a three. They flip it up to Xavier, who takes his time, comes in, power dribbles, and gets that one swatted. It'll stay in Shamrock territory for this inbounds. Axe inbounds the ball, gives it to Keyshawn in the corner, fakes a three. Stutter step move and gets pushed, and it looks like he'll be heading to the line. The Bullet, Keyshawn Thomas, will be heading to the line. It's up and good for the first. And the second one is up and good for Keyshawn. 71-54. The Shamrocks lead now by 17, and they have went up over 70 points. Spread around pretty evenly between the slew of players that have been getting minutes. Sanders takes a shot, rebounded by Gago, who puts it up and good. It's Pinson with the ball now. Max gets it on a bounce pass down low to Alton. Reverse layup is good. 73-54. The Shamrocks are really starting to tax them on now. And Alton swats that one away. As number 10, Marcus Lee, tried to lay one up, but Alton said not today. Jeremiah checks in now for Max, and a timeout is called. Usually in a game we like to look and point out a specific player who we would diagnose as the MVP. And today I'm not sure if I could do so. A lot of players have been contributing a lot. Xavier has gotten a lot of assists. Jalen's made a lot of smart hustle plays along with Lawrence as well, and Alton with those two fabulous dunks and blocks along the way. I'd like to give this MVP to Coach Bailey for coaching a stellar game thus far. The Shamrocks currently lead 73-54. Keyshawn dribbling around, trying to find something, gives it to Jeremiah, who flips it over to Lawrence, who's trying to reset everything. Lawrence dribbles it into the corner as they're trying to stall time, gets it on the baseline, takes a floater, and that gets it to go. Shamrocks now hold a 75-54 point lead, as they're leading by over 21. X walks it up the court slowly and flips it over to Lawrence. Alley-oops it for Alton Thomas, and he takes flight again. Air Alton once again. As Lawrence picks this one off, looking for someone to flip it to, he just oops it up there and in. As the Shamrocks now have 79 to Taft's 54. This team has been creating a lot of open looks for Alton, who has not disappointed with 3 spectacular slams and a couple of fantastic blocks. In the game now, we have Kui Dang along with Mike Killian, Eric Liss, I believe that's Jack McLaughlin, and Luke Labus, trying to put this game away for the Shamrocks. Taft trying to find something that's Ahmad with it now. And Ahmad knocks down a 3 to make it 79-57. You can hear from the stud section the goodbye chants as the Shamrocks are very close to finishing this game out and adding a win in the tally, adding a tally in the wins column of the standings, making them 4-1. And they're trying to inbound it, and they'll get it into Kui Dang. Kui Dang tries to spin out of a little bit of trouble, and it looks like he got fouled, and he'll be heading to the line. And Kui Dang gets the first to go, giving the Shamrocks 80 points. Kui Dang's second shot is up and good. 81-57 Shamrock lead. They lead now by 24. Kui comes to the bench, and Chris Lara, another junior, steps in. Luke Labus with the steal, driving up. He'll give it to Chris for a layup, and that is good. Chris Lara tacks on some points as Luke takes a steal and gets called for a double dribble. But not before he snags a layup on a nice pass from Luke Labus. Mike Killian playing defense now as Labus tries to guard the 3 and does so. And it'll be Taft basketball, even though number 25 hustled to try to keep it in play, thinking it was off on him. Looks like the Shamrocks are trying to finish this game off in a zone of some sort. Nope, they're in man-to-man. It's just a lot of them were on the help line during that inbound. And at the buzzer, Taft's shot will not count. Fire up the fight song, Shamrocks. They are victorious. The varsity Shamrocks add another win to their so far so good season, 4-1. Some highlights of the game include all 3 of Alton's spectacular slams. along with some great hustle plays from Jalen Nelson. Lawrence and X commanding the game almost the entire time. An overall great game for the Shamrocks as they win it 83-57. Thank you for joining us tonight, Shamrocks. This game and all season long. The final score is the Shamrocks 83 to the Taft Eagles 57. We thank Coach Bailey for his before the game interview. And Riley Sonderman, class of 2020, an AV coordinator. We'd also like to thank our great producer and director, Mr. Doyle. Without these people tonight, we would not have been able to produce a show tonight. And I'm Anthony Pasquale, class of 2018. Join us again Tuesday, December 13th, 2016, as we take on St. Francis right here at Curlin Court. We'll be on Ustream TV at 6:30 p.m., and be sure to follow us on Twitter at SPHS Webcast. Be sure to drop us a line at SPHSwebcast@stpatrick.org. See you next time. Thank you here from Curlin Court. My name is Anthony Pasquale signing off. Rock on.